the amazing Mystico and Janet watch as they erect council housing by hypnosis. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. It's a really horrific scene in Myanmar as at least 22,000 people are dead. Some estimates say that that number could climb to well over 50,000, which puts it on a par with the tsunami in 2004, which is a terribly devastating natural disaster over there. Of course, millions are without clean water, food, and shelter as a result of the catastrophe. The government and military in Myanmar is not too keen on getting help in there, and they're being soundly criticized for not giving proper warning to the people, even though they knew in advance that the storm was coming. So there you have another example of fucked up leadership leading to massive death and destruction. Of course, today was the primary in Indiana and North Carolina, and Obama wins North Carolina, and as of right now, Clinton is in the lead in Indiana. It looks like she's going to win, but still too close to call. If she does win, that's going to keep her lagging in there if she does pull out a victory in Indiana. So who knows what's going to be the end result of all this. Obama's still leading in delegates, and there are only a few small states left. What's interesting to me, again, is the same thing that's been interesting to me ever since Obama has become the front runner in the Democratic nomination, and that is how people are still fooled by his completely empty rhetoric. His entire candidacy is based on victimhood, on everybody being a victim. And he's trying to paint it so the purveyors of that victimhood are corporations, and that corporations are the cause of people's ills. But in reality, what he really believes is that the United States is at fault, because he hates the United States, just like his wife hates the United States. It's okay to hate the United States if you want to, but I don't think that's a very good criteria when you're running for president of the United States, because then I have to ask the question, what will the presidency of Obama look like when he goes in hating the country? It's not going to be anything fucking good, I'll tell you that right now. Whatever he does, it's going to be based on that idea of victimization, and the idea that the people causing the victimization, the true root of it, is the United States itself. If he's able to accomplish anything in office, is going to be nothing any good at all if he does become president, because all of it's going to be geared towards punishment. Punishment to the country as a whole. And that's not good. I also see that there are continued reports of the spread of bird flu in Asia, and this is something that is not getting a lot of attention here in the United States right now, but it definitely should be. This is a very serious problem, and something that eventually is going to make its way over here to the United States. So watch out for this. I've mentioned it before in a previous video about the bird flu, but you need to keep it in mind, because this may be an emerging calamity around the world, and eventually here in the United States as well. So remember, you heard it here, and maybe you want to take some steps to try to prepare yourself for something coming in that regard. Just like it's prudent to be prepared for various things to happen in life, it would be a good idea to set aside some food, some water, and maybe some medical supplies, first aid kit, and maybe some surgical masks. I mean, good real ones that actually filter stuff out, not just dust masks. But all of those things may come in handy at some point in the future, and certainly a little extra expense right now may prove to have dividends down the road. So I think it'd be prudent and a good idea. And finally, in a little note of news in the entertainment area, I see that Britney Spears was awarded some additional time with her children, because she has effectively stayed out of the news in any bad way in recent weeks. And she has in effect been a good little girl. What strikes me as incredibly odd about Britney Spears and the whole custody battle with her children is how goddamn bad does it have to be when the mother is denied custody of the children, and in addition to that, someone as ridiculous as Kevin Federline is given custody of those children. I mean, come on. We're talking about Kevin Federline. As much as Britney Spears is fucked up, definitely, no question about it, Kevin Federline is, what is he? A backup singer. He's going to be the biggest doofus in the world. And that just goes to show you how bad it really is for Britney Spears when a court denies her custody of her children and gives it to Kevin Federline. It blows my mind. It really does. So, finally, to all you people who support Obama out there, I'm glad that none of you have taken the time to actually listen to his message and see beyond the empty rhetoric. And I hope you'll be very happy if he becomes president, because that's when the whip comes out and all the punishment begins for the United States itself as the purveyor of victimization to everybody, all and sundry. Everybody's a victim. So, there you have it. Thank you. Good night.